are on our final descent, and the captain has switched on the fasten seatbelt sign. In preparation for landing, please straighten up your seats. Make sure your seatbelts are securely fastened, window shades up, and your tray table stowed. Sa loob po lamang ng ilang sandali, tayo ay lalapag na. Mangyari po lamang na ituwid ang inyong mga upuan, tiklupin ang mga mesa, buksan ang tabing ng mga bintana at ikabit ang inyong mga seatbelt.
Nabigyan mo 6,000 na ata. 1,200 na. Daming yung dahil yung pera mo dahil pa ng pera pang ticket kung pa sabi ko naman sabi dito nagsabora pero makarampa ako kapuntal talaga ako ano ba
Have the current landing stations.
Cebu Pacific Air welcomes you to Manila. Ladies and gentlemen, we have just landed at the Ninoy Aquino International Airport, 15 minutes ahead of our scheduled time of arrival. We are now taxiing towards NAA Terminal 3 for your proper and safe disembarkation. Kalalapag po lamang natin sa paliparang pandaigdig ng Ninoy Aquino. Maligayang pagdating sa Maynila. Tayo po ay patungo sa Terminal 3 para sa inyong maayos at ligtas na pagbaba. On behalf of your flight deck crew headed by Captain Edwin Remante, with First Officer Murad Mohammed Kadir and First Officer Wesley and Anthony Ebuen, together with your in-flight cabin crew, we have you, Denise, and Dave. This is Ruth thanking you for making Cebu Pacific as your airline of choice. It was indeed a pleasure having you all on board, and we do hope to see you again in one of your future flights with us. May you enjoy your stay here in Manila or wherever your onward destinations may be. Muli kami po ay nagpapasalamat sa inyong patuloy na pagtangkilik at pagsakay sa Cebu Pacific Air. Maligayang pagdating.
Your safety is of primary importance to us, so please remain seated with your seatbelts fastened until the aircraft has come to a complete stop. Please wait for the fasten seatbelt sign to be switched off before you get your bags or use the lavatory. Exercise caution when opening the overhead bins, as the items inside might have been dislodged or shifted during aircraft movement. As a safety precaution, all portable electronic devices must remain in silent mode or switched off. Voice calls are prohibited until the aircraft has come to a complete stop and the cabin doors have been opened. Before deplaning, please check your surroundings to ensure you do not leave any of your personal belongings behind. May we remind guests with infants that the infant's life vest shall be collected after disembarkation. Kindly leave the infant's life vest inside the seat pocket. Please be advised that the unauthorized removal of the life vest from the aircraft is a criminal offense. In the interest of safety, guests are advised to walk through designated areas at the ramp as directed by the ground personnel. You are prohibited to walk under the aircraft wings, and please refrain from taking pictures at the ramp due to the busy ground servicing activities. Thank you. As a safety precaution, please wait for the fasten seatbelt sign to be switched off before standing up to get your bags. Mangyari po lamang na manatiling nakaupo at hintayin matanggal ang fasten seatbelt sign bago tumayo para kunin ang inyong mga kagamitan. Ladies and gentlemen, for guests with onward domestic or international connecting flights on Cebu Pacific, you are advised to proceed immediately to the transfer desk located at the arrival hall. For assistance, you may approach any of our ground personnel upon disembarkation. Ladies and gentlemen, for guests with onward connecting flights on Cebu Pacific, you are advised to proceed immediately to the transfer desk located at the arrival hall. For guests with domestic connections, please pick up your checked baggage and clear through customs. For assistance, you may approach any of our ground personnel upon disembarkation.
Ba't ba kayo? Pero may air ba? Bakit? Kailan lang yan? Kailan lang?